Sorry about that. It seems like my mic cut out on me, so a lot of the uh, Squires Castle Part One didn't get recorded. Anyways, I was talking about the stuff I captured in the photographs, which kind of led me to, I guess, rant about the idea of going into an investigation without preconceived notions, um, which unfortunately is something you see all too often on TV shows, including Ghost Adventures, where they'll go into a location, they'll have the preconceived notions about what's going on there, and everything they get is kind of colored by that. Um, but like today at Squires Castle, I went in there without any preconceived notions. I mean, I knew the history of the place, both versions of it, um, which I'll get into in a minute. Uh, but I didn't go in thinking that either version was correct or anything like that. I just wanted to see what was there, and evidently, what was there wanted to be seen because I captured quite a few things. Um, as you'll probably see if you're checking out the photos I posted on Facebook, including the one missed figure. It looks like a face to me in the window uh, above me. I took like a selfie shot, um, kind of deal, uh, just to show people I was actually there. And this figure was in the window on the second floor, like behind me. Now, the interesting thing about that is a lot of the myths figures and orbs and shadow figures and stuff I caught, which you can see in those photographs as well. Um, the reason why they're so interesting is because if you've ever been to Squires Castle, you already know this. If you haven't, then you'll be hearing this for the first time. But there is no second or third floor. Uh, doesn't exist. Um, if it ever existed, they took them out, so they don't exist any longer. Uh, so it's like being in that center room, which I think is like a dining room of that house, uh, that castle, if you will. It's like being in a atrium or a courtyard. There's no roof above you, so there's literally nothing for anyone to stand on. So therefore, what you're seeing is definitely not a living, breathing person because there's nobody climbing on the bald face rock that the place was built out of. So, in any case, Squires Castle, Cleveland Metro Parks is definitely worth checking out. And there's a lot of other places like that. There's Stan White Hall in Akron, Stan Hewitt, whatever. People with your weird spelling shit. Yeah, Stan Hewitt Hall, which is well, I've never actually gone inside the location itself. I've been by there, and yeah, trust me, it's haunted. Definitely worth checking out. There's John Brown House and uh, Perkinstone Mansion, which are on Copley Road. They're literally right across the street from each other. Definitely worth checking out. The what is it? The horse barn or the pig barn? The pig barn, which was part of Anna Dean's farm in Barberton. Uh, Definitely worth checking out. I think they do actually allow ghost hunts there. I think they charge like $20, maybe more. I'm not exactly sure. Um, and there's other Metro Park locations like Rogues Hollow would be another one. Uh, there's another castle somewhere, and I can't remember the name of it. I mean, it's Franklin Castle, of course, but that's not the one I mean. But there's another one that's in a Metro Park, I think. Uh, One of the Cleveland ones, and I can't remember the name of it. But in any case, uh, there's all sorts of stuff like that that it's free to go to. They're part of a Metro Park, so it would have to be like a daytime investigation. But as you can see from those pictures, it doesn't really make a difference. If it's there, you're gonna catch it. So I think that's kind of important to actually know that I think about it is boldly going where no investigator has gone before. Really, I mean, like everybody knows that certain places are haunted there, or like popular or whatever, like the Mansfield Reformatory. Of course, everybody knows that it's been on TV like countless freaking times. You know, but there's other places that are just as deserving of your attention that are, first off, they're free. Second off, they're just as haunted. Some are even more so. Um, Brownell Cottage is a good one. They do charge for ghost hunts, but I mean, definitely worth checking out. Mansfield War Museum, which I've talked about several times. Um, Even though I guess we aren't allowed there anymore or whatever. I'm not going to get into that whole thing. There's other places too that all you have to do is look into the history and you can probably find a haunted spot. First of all, there's ghost towns like literally all over the country that are just sitting there waiting for somebody to, come check them out. A few of the more popular ones have been done by like Ghost Adventures and stuff like Bannock or Elkhart, Montana, or stuff like that. But there's literally thousands of them. The one that blows my mind that nobody's investigated yet, actually, is Centralia, Pennsylvania. I mean, people have investigated there, obviously. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have even heard of it. But I mean, like TV shows, like none of the TV shows have gone there. Like Ghost Adventures, never been there. Ghost Hunters never went there. Um, which is crazy because the place is called the real life Silent Hill, and it lives up to the name. By the way, um, just historically speaking, it's crazy. Um, it was built in the I want to say 1950s. It had a at the beginning, it had a population of about 20,000 people. Uh, within 10 years, they had. Sorry, got a frog in my throat. Okay, sorry about that. That was weird. Just randomly started playing that song. Anyways, so, uh, anyways, just talking about Centralia, Pennsylvania. So, shortly after it was built, it had a population of like 20,000 people. Then they put in this, like, chemical plant. And the official story is that they were being chased off by um, the toxic fumes or whatever coming from the chemical plant. And so uh, within a year, they went from 20,000 people to about 5,000 people. And there was about 5,000 people until the 1970s, and then it went down to like 2,000 people. And then it was 2,000 people until about the mid to late 1980s. And then it went down to 1,000 people. And then it was 1,000 people until the 1990s. And then it dropped to under 1,000 people. And then by like 2007, I want to say, it dropped to under 100 people. As of 2017, there's a whopping total of 7 people that live in that town. But nobody invests. I don't understand that. It's largely ignored, and it's haunted as shit. But there are places like, okay, another key example is Colorado. You say ghost hunting in Colorado, the place that most people think about is the Stanley Hotel. But here's the thing: in downtown Denver, which, by the way, is much easier to get to than the Stanley Hotel because it's in downtown Denver, is the Brown Palace Hotel, which, historically speaking, is very interesting because it was built for the unsinkable Molly Brown, who was one of the only survivors of the Titanic. It was her hotel. Add to that the fact that key figures throughout history have stayed there, like Wyatt Earp and Wild Bill Hickok and Dwight Eisenhower and Teddy Roosevelt, just to name a few. And one of the best full-bodied apparition photographs ever taken, I swear, was taken in the lobby of that place at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the day. Full-bodied apparition of a World War II era soldier in full fucking uniform. Yet nobody investigates it because they'd all rather go to the Stanley because the Stanley's been on TV. So what? The Brown Palace would be on TV too. If anybody ever freaking bothered to find out about it. There are places that are far more interesting than any of these places that have been on TV. And not to take anything away from those places, they're definitely worthy of your attention too. All I'm saying is there are other places that just by the luck of the draw or whatever have never been televised that are just, if not more so, interesting. Anyhow, that's about all I have for tonight. Um, Before I sign out, I want to apologize again for all the technical difficulties. I got a new laptop, so um, still trying to figure it all out. I'm trying to figure out how to get my headset to actually work on this thing. But it's like one of those two-in-one tablets, so it's not really set up like my other one was. So anyhow, thank you for tuning in. My pack, my tribe. Until next time, peace.